Hello Cancer, it's Lisa, and here is your mid-month check-in. This is for February 2023 and is a general reading, so if you would like a personal reading, all my information is below in the description box. Okay, so let's see what the rest of the month holds for you, Cancer. See how it's going. So the general message for you is about balance. The Four of Pentacles, all about balance. The more balanced you are, the more success that comes. Okay, and the challenge for this month for you is mindset. The Five of Cups. Okay, what you don't see coming this month. Let's see what you don't see coming this month is the Ten of Wands, and where they want you to focus is the King of Swords. Okay, so let's get some clarification on this. So the Four of Pentacles is all about balance, and it's about the more balanced you are, the more that you become this magnet to the law of attraction. So it's interesting that you have this card in challenge because, you know, it's about being balanced mentally with mindset, sending out positive things in your soul. It's about being passionate and enjoying life, and then being grounded. And you know, it's not really being grounded and being so realistic that you're not living life. It's about just being grounded in life with ego and things like that, right? So it's basically the more balanced you are, the more success that will flow into you. If you go out of balance, then things stop flowing. So let's get some clarification. So this is about examining your hopes and dreams and kind of saying, okay, what is it I want my life to look like? Like, you know, do I want to work and travel and, you know, feel a certain way about myself? Like, what is it that I want my life to look like? And what accomplishments do I want to achieve? And then it's about bringing them down and making them happen. And when you do that in balance, you have success. This card, although it's called the Lover's card, it can be about love, but it really is about passion. What are you passionate about? What do you love to do? Like what makes your heart sing? And when you do that, you are more in balance, and the more you know, that will come to you, right? It can be about love and passion and connecting, but really it's about being passionate about life and going out and grabbing life and just living it, and really kind of, you know, embracing things rather than stressing and worrying all the time, which seems to be your challenge. What they're telling you to do is to kind of go for it. There could be chaos around you, stuff all happening around you, and it's like, just live in your bubble and go for the things that you want to do, even with all this chaos. Don't let the chaos and things distract you, because it's almost like those distractions are a form of the devil, if you want to look at it like the shadow side. It feeds your fear and doubt and the negativity. So when you allow those distractions to stop you from achieving what you want to achieve, you know, it's winning. So you don't want to let that win. So they're saying, yeah, this is about learning to receive, but it's also about spending in order to create a flow with the universe. So if you want to achieve things, or you want to go and live life to the fullest, sometimes you have to spend some money and you know, and then receive. So it's basically, it's not like going in and spending all your money. It's with balance. So, but it is saying that in order to live and do certain things, you need to create this flow with the universe. And when you do that, more success comes into you. Okay, so the challenge is mindset. For Cancers, you know, Cancers live in a place of lots of emotion. They're a very emotional sign. So I think it's something that they always have to deal with. Not every Cancer is, you know, kind of directed by their emotion, but most, I would say most I know. I have a lot of Cancers around me. They are very emotions up and down, right? But this is about, they call this a spilled milk card, because it's about focusing on everything that's going wrong, everything that's negative, and all you see is negativity, right, around you, to the point that you can't move forward or live life because all you see is the negative. And what happens is we want this to happen. We want to become this magnet to the law of attraction. More things come into your life, more successes, more money, living life the way you want to live. But if you stop and look at all of this and not move and say, well, I'm not going to live, or I'm not going to do that because look at that over there, or that over there, or this there, like, half the time it might not even involve you, and you will be focused on it. And that stops you. And then the universe can't bring you things because they're like, well, you got to move forward to get that, or you got to go and experience that. And when you don't do that, it's hard for them. Like the UPS man's not going to bring it to your door and deliver you what you want. You need to kind of stop focusing on the negative and move towards what's waiting for you. I know this is very difficult, but it is one of those things where every time you catch yourself thinking negative thoughts or focusing on the negative, like this will never happen, or, oh my God, look at that. You need to change that thought and you need to replace it with something positive. One of the best, we'll see what the cards say to clarify it, but one of the best things they say to do, Spirit and other, motivational speakers and things, is to replace it with gratitude. So as soon as you think of a negative thought, you think of a positive thought. So you think of what you're grateful for. I'm grateful for my kids. I'm grateful for having a roof over my house because I could not have a roof over my house, whatever it is. So it's focusing on that. I'm grateful for my cup of coffee. It could be small things, but it's really kind of changing your focus from those things to positives. Okay, so let's see some clarification on that. It is about moving forward towards your goals with balance, right? So not rushing forward, not hyper-focusing. It's about just understanding with balance, moving forward, taking those baby steps. And let's get some more clarification. Oh, it's the same thing. It's moving forward with balance. If you move forward with balance, then success will come in. Financial success will come in. If you rush forward, drop something, just kind of hyper, which I think, cancers do, right? It's just kind of like, swift change or extremes, right? And it's kind of like, if you learn to not do that and you move forward with balance, the more success that will come into your life. Doesn't mean that you don't change things in your life. It just means that you do it with balance. Okay. More clarification. The devil. It's like, I'm just sitting here going, yep. The devil is all about, it can be addictions, anything that's not good for you. It can be fear, doubt. It's the shadow side of you that whispers doubt and fear and makes you focus on this. The devil's like, yes, look at this, look at this. Don't look at all the good things that are waiting or all the good things that are around you. Look at all the negative. And then, because the devil doesn't want you to move forward. The devil it wants you to stay still. It doesn't want you to succeed. It doesn't want you to be happy. It wants you to be grounded in unhappiness. And this card is all about unchaining yourself to the devil and figuring out how to do that, whether that is yourself and changing your mindset and replacing, like I said, replacing your negative thoughts with a positive thought or gratitude, or it's, getting a life coach or a therapist or someone who's going to help you change that thought if it's that bad, right? But it's this devil is stopping you in multiple ways from living the life that you want to live. Okay, so, oh, and there you go, twofold. You got it twice. So this has happened several times with my readings today, with different cards. But so they're double messaging it, right? So mindset is your challenge overall, not just for the next couple of weeks, but overall. If you allow this mindset and to focus only on negative, you're not going to move forward towards all the things that are waiting for you, happiness, fulfillment, because it's one of these things where they're like, even if you went on a trip of a lifetime, all you'd be doing is this. You'd focus on everything negative that was there, right? Or worrying about what was happening somewhere else rather than being and enjoying and embracing, right? So you need to change this. This is Cancer. This is your major challenge. I think overall for Cancers, because of emotion, it is something that affects you, but really kind of, get some books on positive mindset if you don't want to get help outside. But you really need to flip this, and it is possible because I know people have done it. So it is possible for you to do it. And when you do it, I know everything in your life will change. You will become this balanced person, which then just great things come to constantly, which is amazing. Okay, so the what you don't expect to come in the next couple of weeks is moving forward, taking these baby steps. So I think that you're just stuck here and you start to do this, right? You just take those baby steps. You're like, okay, I'm going to replace my negative thought. Every time I have a negative thought, I'm going to replace it with a positive thought. And you just start doing that. Or I'm going to start the day focusing on the things I'm grateful for. And I'm going to sit here before I leave for the day and I'm going to focus on, 4 things or 5 things I'm grateful for right now in this moment. And then at the end of the day, you do it again and you just take these baby steps. And it's almost like you come to a place where you're like, I don't want to live like this anymore. And I want to live, I want to go out there. I want to experience things. I don't want to be trapped in this mindset. So something is shifting. And so that's why you don't see this coming. It's like you don't expect to move forward in the next little bit and take these baby steps towards it, but you do. And although you don't know where it's heading, you don't know if it's really going to work, you start taking some process forward. And that could be physically, mentally. It feels almost, it's mentally that it feels like it, but I think they kind of go hand in hand. So let's just get some clarity on that and what will help you do that. So this is about letting go of some things that don't serve you anymore. It can be food, it can be people, thoughts, knowing that the negative thoughts don't, fear, all of that, because it's almost like a safety blanket. When this card comes up, the Hangman, it's like something that makes you feel secure, even though it is hurting you, right? So it's like, oh, this feeling negative or focus on negative, I feel control and I feel secure. So letting go of it feels almost like a sacrifice, right? So you let go of that and it gives you a whole new perspective. It's like a light turning on in a dark room and going, oh my God, there is good things out here. Right? So it changes everything. Then what it does is it brings an opportunity. So instead of focusing on all the things you're like so focused on the negatives that all of a sudden you're like, start changing things and then opportunity comes. You hear so many people who like motivational speakers, but even like sports stars and all of that kind of stuff who visualize what they want, who manifest what they want, and they change their mindset to be positive, right? And then opportunity comes in. Okay, so let's see. They're saying when you do this, synchronicity can work, right? When you're stuck and you're standing still and you're focusing on all the negative stuff, the universe is like, we're trying to line things up in your life, and it takes us a billion steps in order to line opportunity up. And you're standing still and, we're over here going on your path going, yoo-hoo, we're like, keep walking forward because this is going to cross your path and you're going to have this opportunity. But because you're not moving towards anything, they can't line things up. So they're like, move forward and then we can work with you and we can bring things into your life that are supposed to happen. And again, it feels like, don't forget balance, because if you move forward without balance, then you're jumping ahead of them, and then they're like, wait a minute, we're way behind you. And then you have like a lull where you can slip back into this where they can't line things up again. So just move forward with balance. And then there's the devil. As you move forward, you get rid of the devil, right? The devil will raise up and be like, you can't do it, you can't move forward. And then you're going to be like, yeah, no, I can. I'm not going to listen to you anymore. And every time you get a fear or doubt, you push it down, switch it to positive, and things will move forward. So it's all about baby steps, not extremes. Okay, and then where they want you to focus on is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is all about being proactive. So you know this about yourself, you know that this is what's going on, you know you want to have balance and success, and you know you want to live life to the fullest, so do it. So be proactive, buy the book, go and learn something new, talk to someone you need to talk to, if you search YouTube, whatever it is, it's, start walking more, start changing your negative to a positive. It's all about being proactive and doing it. Okay, so let's get some clarity on that. And I think Cancers are really good at doing that. Like, I really do think once you get something in your head, then you're really good. But it's just changing the negative that you're not so great at, because emotions are very high. Okay, so that card is interesting. So that is about a hierophant or a mentor or someone who can guide you, right? It can be a life coach, like I said, a therapist. It can be a book, it can be someone online, but it's someone who, I think the only problem with online is that you can't have a dialogue, but it is about someone who has your true intentions and like in mind. They want to see you succeed, they want to see you move forward, and they want to guide you. So it's listening to them and allowing them to help you and taking their advice. Then it's about emotionally letting go of things that are holding you back. The negativity, things from your past, things that are like emotional hurt. And the funny thing is it can be the smallest thing. And you're like, oh, that's so stupid, like so silly that's holding me back. People that have huge traumas are able to move forward. I don't have that. What's my issue? But we are all different. So it's about emotionally letting go so you can move in the direction, letting go of grief, letting go of past, emotional things that have happened to you, and you let that go, and then you can truly move forward. That's where the devil can kind of poke at you, because it knows that you have that and you're holding on to it. So the devil's like, oh, let's pull this string. Okay, so let's see what else. And then when you do that, again, they say, then they can guide you through synchronicity. So you switch things up, and then they're like, yeah, we can get you on to where you need to go. It really does feel, the difference in this energy is that it feels like you're ready, or you're getting ready to make these changes. And then you move forward with balance, and you move towards financial success and other successes in your life. So it's a process, but if you can do this, and I know if anyone can do it, Cancers can, it changes everything. You let go of the past emotions that are holding you back. If you need help, you get help, or you get guidance from the people around you, and you take the baby steps, and everything changes, and the success comes in, and it's huge success. So amazing, Cancer. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing what March has in store for you. If you could please like, share, and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. That would be great. I am holding a contest this month to win a reading with me. If you subscribe and leave a comment on one of the videos, I'll enter you into that draw, and then I'll be drawing a name at the end of the month. Thanks very much. Have a great rest of the month, and I will talk to you soon.
One day, or day one, you decide.